Hi, my name is Wendy Anderson and I'm an art instructor at the Evergreen Cultural Center. Welcome to Studio C. Today we're going to be doing tips and tricks related to cartooning. You're going to be able to create a character that you can use in a lot of different ways and to create your own family of characters that maybe you could use in your own comic book. So let's find your funny. So for this project, you're going to need a pencil. You'll probably want an eraser, though I encourage you not to use it too much. People tend to overuse their erasers. And you may want to use a felt pen and some pencil crayons later on, just to add some color. We're going to be drawing a shape similar to this to start. We're going to be creating a kawaii character. And remember, kawaii means cute. So cartooning deals with stereotypes, and one of the stereotypes is that babies have big heads and animals that are cute have big heads. Usually we grow into our bodies as we grow up, but when they're little, our heads seem like they're a really big part of our body. So we're going to be drawing this circle first. So what I want you to do is to practice drawing it with your finger first. Then you know where you're going to go. So let's draw that circle. Now if you're going to use a pencil, I suggest sketch it light till you get it right. So I'm just going to sketch it really light, and you probably won't be able to see this very well, but I'm sure you can sketch just as light as me. And then I'm going to outline it. Now you can just draw yours in pencil today. I'm going to outline mine so it shows up really well for you. So there, I've drawn my head, and now we're going to draw this shape on the bottom, which kind of looks like the bottom of a tooth. And this is going to be his leg. So we're going to draw the body and the leg. So again, take your finger, trace it out just like this. And then you can either draw it with your pencil, or I'm just going to go right in and draw it with my felt pen. Now you might be saying that doesn't look like much of anything. It's the details that make it really interesting. So we're going to add some hands. And when I draw my arms, I'm just going to make them cute and small, just like my character is going to be. And the hands are going to look a little bit more like a mitten, just like this. Now you can add a thumb if you want. I'm going to add one over on this one. And how I do that is I just imagine a mitten for a hand, just like this. So those are my two characters. Now one of the things about cartooning is that you can add a lot of characters simply by where you put the eyes. So I've created a couple of sets of eyes that are very much like anime eyes. They have little highlights in them. And we're going to be using these to create our character. So I have one for this one and one for this one. And what I want to show you today is how these eyes can really change the way your character looks. For example, right now I have them in the middle, and I want you to notice this little white spot. I've got it matched up on both eyes at the top and at the bottom. This is called a life light. If you don't have it, it tend to look not as alive. So we like to add these so they sparkle, they look alive. But if I tilt them and I have them on the wrong direction, you almost get this kind of derpy look where their eyes are kind of looking the other way. So I'm going to line them up again. But I want you to notice how these characters look when their eyes are in the middle of their head. They look pretty cute already. But what I want to show you is what happens when we take them further apart. For example, what if we put them at the top of the character? It totally changes the way it looks. Now we can move his mouth up there too. Or we can put his mouth down near the bottom like this. And again, it totally changes the way he looks. You can even put them a little bit further apart, just like that. And you have one look. Or you could take the eyes and you could put them down low. I'm going to put them down here. So now he looks like he's a bit of a brainiac. He's got a lot more space in his cranium for brains. But he still looks kind of cute, so that's okay. But what if we do this? What if we take the eyes and we take them and spread them out just like that? And we can put the mouth up there, or we can put the eyes out to the side and the mouth down here. Now we've got a super cute character that we can add even more detail to. So I'm going to just draw the rest of the character. You can decide where you want to do it. You may want to add a nose. You can do a nose like an upside down U, or you could do one that was maybe a little bit more pointed. I'm going to add some hair to this one, just like this. Maybe little ponytails. You can get your fashion, hairstyle, whatever you feel like having. You may want to add other details, like maybe you want to add eyelashes or little shiny cheeks. How about some details for clothes? We could make her little shirt have a pattern with some flowers. Make her look. You could write a special saying on her shirt. But that's a basic girl character. Now what about this guy? He's going to have that lovely stand-up hair. You know, he could have ears. We could try ears. Maybe I'll just try little ears here, a little C and a little backward C, just like that. Maybe he'll have little eyebrows, just like that. Maybe even freckles. And then we'll add his shirt. And maybe he's going to have a pattern. So he's going to have a striped shirt, just like this. Remember, if I'm going too fast, just pause the video and you can get me to slow down that way. That's what's nice about watching a video tutorial. So there's my two characters. Now that we've created two characters, I want to show you how you can change them into other kinds of characters. I've drawn similar drawings to the first set we did, only now I'm going to change them to look like animals. Remember, when you're cartooning, to keep it simple and to find your funny. So think about what could make it funny. First of all, I want to make this one a rabbit. So I'm going to keep the ears, again, very small. You could go super big. I'm going to keep them kind of proportionally small for my rabbit. And then I'm going to make this one into a bear. So I need a bear nose in the middle, a little triangle, and a little mouth. And I'm going to make him have a little tummy here. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you is he doesn't have to be cute. You can do the same thing we did before by making your eyes, and I have my little eyeballs here. So you could put them again very close together. You could put them further apart, or you could put them up high, up to you. Or here's a variation for you. If you want to make a different kind of character, because sometimes cartooning is about surprise, if you add eyes like this. Suddenly now our cute little character has become a little more evil looking. So I am going to just finish my bear. And I will make him look a little evil here for a minute. Now if I wanted to, I could make him look tough by having scars on him or whatever, and he might look a little more fearfully scary. I give him some paws here. Or I could go back and make him my cute bear. What about my rabbit? Let's finish my rabbit up. He's going to have a little triangle nose too, and he's going to have the same kind of mouth. And I'm going to give him a little buck teeth. And let's see if I can put the eyes on him. Again, you could put your eyes close together. You could put them further apart. Or if you wanted to try making your own little evil bunny, you could do that. Now, they don't tend to work the same way, but you can see you could still play around with where they are. But they do tend to have a spot where it makes sense. Another set of eyes you might want to try are just ones like this. Just little upside down U's that make him look kind of cute. I bet you could think of a whole bunch of variations. Maybe you could make a cat kawaii character, or maybe you could make a dog kawaii character. It's up to you. That's what I love about cartooning. You could turn these into big puppets, or you could make them into cartoon characters. You could use them to put on a card for somebody special, but it's all up to you. Have fun and enjoy cartooning. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for taking part in the Art Gallery at Evergreen's online workshop. We hope you enjoyed this video and we'd love your feedback. Please take a minute to fill out the survey in the link below. Your input will help us to continue to provide meaningful art experiences in creative new ways.